Well, welcome to a little look inside my personal meal prep in my kitchen. One of the favorite things that I like to make for breakfast are these brownie baked oats. I love to make these because they're high protein, whole grain, high fiber, so they really stay with you throughout the day and they taste just like a brownie for breakfast. I'm gonna start with 2 cups of oats, a half cup of sweetener, a 1/3 cup of protein powder, a half cup of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a half cup of applesauce, a half cup of chocolate chips, 2 cups of almond milk, and 2 eggs. So if you love oatmeal in the morning and this is like something that you're thinking, okay, I could definitely get into these. Why I love this recipe more than oatmeal, more than anything else that you can just pop in the microwave, is you literally are meal prepping an entire batch of oats all in one. So this is just made all in one bowl, and I'm gonna bake it up, and then it's literally going to feed me for the rest of the week, or my family. So it really is a great thing to meal prep. And whenever I'm meal prepping, I'm always thinking ahead, thinking, can I make a double batch of this? Can this feed my entire family for the week? You know, I'm always trying to make every single meal that I make stretch as far as it can. So sometimes we have meals where we have leftovers, but not always. So I'm always thinking, okay, what are my busiest days of the week? Can I make a crock pot meal for that day? And I like to do a lot of prep ahead when it comes to making my meals. So really, I just do things like wash my produce. Maybe I cut up some of my chicken so that I can throw it into a recipe. I'm always thinking, how can I make things a little bit easier? Because if you're anything like me, I'm a mom with 2 kids and a husband to feed, and at the end of a really busy day, the last thing that I'm thinking about is what's for dinner. So if I plan ahead and I think just a little bit about what could I do to make my week easier, really those simple steps go a very long way. So I'm just mixing all of these ingredients together, and you can see how easy this is. And in real meal prep, I probably would make a double batch of this. That's what I love to do, especially when I'm baking, is I'll just double every recipe. If I'm making muffins, cookies, it doesn't matter what I'm making. If I'm baking, I double batch it, and then I keep the other batch in the freezer. And that way I can have 1 batch for this week and 1 for next week. And it really does cut down on the amount of time that I'm in the kitchen. So I'm gonna pour this into an 8x8 pan. And you can see that it looks pretty much like brownie batter. And it really does taste just like brownies. Now, if you wanted to, you could always top this, because it is a baked oatmeal, with some strawberries or some kind of fruit, or some more chocolate chips would also be delicious. And I will note that I added protein powder to this. So that protein is really gonna give you a good balance, especially for breakfast in the morning, of nutrition. Having protein is so important to start your day. It starts your blood sugar off more leveled, and you feel more satisfied throughout the day. So I'm gonna bake this baked brownie oats at 350 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna slice them up, and they'll be perfect to have for breakfast throughout the week.